There you see one of the most feared and skilled men in all of the martial arts, San Soo fighter Kung Lee. His hands and feet are beyond belief. He will be performing in a demonstration bout in just a few minutes. But earlier, we talked to the master about his fighting style.
I try to be clean combos, like set up. I use the boxing to set up the kicks. I'm still working on my boxing, so it can, improve a lot more. But right now, the hands really set up the kicks, which is my strong point.
You've watched. All right, we're ready for a special, what they call exhibition, but you're going to see some full contact action. San Soo demo, Kung Lee and his partner, Alan Mardavia. And tell you, Superfoot, this could be very interesting, huh?
Well, it's very similar to Muay Thai, except they allow throws and takedowns. So you're going to see a lot of leg kicks, a lot of high spinning movements, good, strong boxing techniques, because jabs, crosses, right hands, uppercuts. Same thing that you would see in boxing, along with the Muay Thai leg kicks, the spinning movements, the darting in and out, the throws. It's very exciting to watch.
I tell you, Kung Lee is one of the best. And let's go up to ring announcer Danny Valdivia for the official announcement.
This is a San Soo demonstration. I repeat, demonstration featuring Kung Lee and Alan Mardavia.
First, onto the ring. That is Kung Lee. He does have the black shorts, traditional, to some degree, look like Muay Thai shorts.
Basically, they are what? They're Muay Thai shorts,
yeah.
And the techniques, like I said, are very, very, very similar, except it's called free-form fighting.
San Soo is normally done on a platform called a lei tai, and if you knock your opponent off the ring, out of the platform, twice in one round, you win the round.
And there you see one of the differences from Muay Thai is grabbing the opponent's leg and making a strong throw and taking him down like that. 2 2-minute rounds are scheduled here. Kung Lee without the shirt and Alan Mardavia in the black tank top.
So you notice the hand techniques are very similar to boxing. Matter of fact, they are boxing techniques because you're wearing boxing gloves.
Right.
Yep. Kung was a bronze medalist at 2 world Wushu championships, one in China, one in Italy. One in Baltimore, Maryland in 1995. Actually, I was on the same team with him, so I should know. And in Italy last year.
It's in very good physical condition. If you can see the musculature of the legs, the musculature of the shoulders, the deltoids, the upper arms, very strong, very quick.
And from watching a lot of Muay Thai, I know that when you're able to take your opponent down, as he is doing here, and what you can do in here in San Soo, it takes so much out of your opponent. It's an amazing amount of energy to take the fall and also have to get back up.
Land on your back 3 or 4 times and see if you kind of want to stay there after
Absolutely,
a while.
Yeah.
Kung is a very scientific trainer. A lot of people see him perform and say, wow, he just looks like an animal. But he's very, very particular about his diet, his rest habits, his training schedule is all very scientifically mapped out.
No, I hate to disagree with it. We had a hamburger a little while ago. good old-fashioned grease.
In training, we were always drinking wheatgrass and things like that for weeks. So.
Okay, it mixes good with the grease.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good lubrication.
A little fiber.
A little fiber and regularity.
And that is the end of the first 2-minute round of the San Soo demonstration with Kung Lee on the right of your screen and Alan Mardavia. And I do see a lot of similarities in what we see American kickboxing. Is it difficult to bounce back and forth between the styles? I mean, if you're in a Muay Thai fight like this, I know you've got the discipline, but to keep yourself from taking a man down like Kung Lee does here on the replay.
A couple times you get warned a little bit, and then you say, okay, no. But you train, you have a month or 2 that you can actually train for the fight. Here, Kong is a very good defensive. Then he steps inside, which would not be legal in Muay Thai because there's no grabbing or anything like this. But again, in San Soo, this is quite legal. And then you can also, some of the techniques, you can take him down and then continue going.
And you see,
but here he's just demonstration.
Right.
So why take a chance of damaging somebody?
I think it adds a lot to the sport of kickboxing.
Of course.
It's an entirely new element, entirely new surprise attack. And so there you see Kung Lee ready to complete this demo of San Soo here at the Thunderdome in Santa Barbara. Lon McCarran, Nick Grayson in, and Bill Wallace.
What really makes you mad, he's younger than we are. If you notice the leg kicks, they're very strong, very powerful. They're used to weaken your opponent, to weaken his stance, to weaken his movements. And one of the best ways of doing that is very simply to get inside and take him down.
Mardavia is certainly showing the pain of that throw.
Kung was a collegiate wrestling champion. It certainly has proved to be an advantage in his San Soo training.
Whoops. They got a little tied up.
Bad on the shoulder there when you take a dive on him. The technique that Alan was trying was called a fireman's carry, and it's used in collegiate wrestling, used in high school wrestling. That is called a souffle, and it does hurt, especially if you land on the back of your neck.
There, the wrestling coming into play big time for Kung Lee. Oftentimes used in Greco-Roman wrestling. Again, another throw attempt, and Mardavia now is just a sack of tired muscles.
Yes. Can we get this over with?
The scissor takedown.
I'm sure at one part of his mind is a little bit leery of taking the master down, but you've got to defend yourself.
So here's the thing, a lot of times when you're sparring, you'll say, if somebody's going to get hurt, I'd rather it be you. And then you'll apologize afterwards.
Better to ask for forgiveness and permission, Bill.
Exactly.
You know that.
Thank you very much. He's been down there before.
And there are the gongs signaling the end of the second 2-minute round. Kung Lee and Alan Mardavia demonstrating San Soo.
As you see, it's very good technique also. It's not just flailing, it's not just wild movements, but it's very good technique. Nice strong movements, nice short crisp punching, nice short crisp kicking. Takedowns are very fluid, very innovative, and quick.
And the souffle, which takes a lot out of your opponent, and some very surprising moves. There it is. Right onto those shoulder blades and the neck.
Which could ruin your whole day.
Boy, you grab that one leg, take that underpinning out, and that is just mean. Quite an impressive performance by Kung Lee, and I can't help but wonder how hard he fights when it's a competition instead of a demonstration.